Hello everyone, I do hope you can hear me. There's a few technical difficulties last time, but this is the eDTM Season 2, I believe it's round 3, if I'm not mistaken, round 3, at Bathurst in Australia, or Mount Panama. Currently have 6 drivers in the lobby so far, hopefully we're going to get a few more in. And this is, I think the qualifying starts at in about 20 minutes time. So some of the guys are currently practicing. I'm going to go through the field very briefly. How you doing, Cowboy? Hope you can hear me, buddy. Let me know if you can hear me. But deck is currently P1 in the practice lobby with a 2 minute and 0.4. Mikey second in the V12 Aston. Oh, that's good, lovely. Finally got there in the end, Cowboy, so everyone can hear him, which is fantastic. So yeah, Mikey in the V12 Aston. His currently best lap is a 2 minute 0.8. We've got Jack LaMotta in the Porsche with his lovely livery here. He's got a faster time currently of, if I'm not mistaken, a 2 minute 0.26. And we have GLR Racer, my boy Racer, in the M6 with his lovely livery as always. And I think his current fastest time is a 2 minute 3.6. We've got Tiwu again in the Porsche 911. I forgot his fastest time, but I do think it was very close to Dex. I think it's a 2 minute 1 dead. And funniest Cowboy again in the 911, and he wasn't too far off either Tiwu. So do expect this to be a very close race. Again, for guys who haven't seen it before, it is a half an hour race. There is tyre wear and fuel to be burnt. I believe it's 75% fuel at the start, so there will be fuel saving in this race. And I will do my absolute best to keep the action flowing. But bear with me a second while I'll just get some of these onto, just to share the stream onto guys and girls who do want to watch, so bear with me. Again, any questions you do have, feel free to put in the chat and I will do my best to keep an eye out for them. But bear with me a second, guys. Right, thank you very much for the patience there. We have Jay enter the room in the Audi R8, and he's on, well, he hasn't set a time yet, but keep an eye on him. So we've currently got 7 racers. Hopefully we've got a few more coming in. Let's just get on board with Funniest Cowboy here. see a lap with him. Is very key with Bathurst. It's a very difficult track. I mean, where you, in my personal opinion, where you gain time is definitely through the middle section, as in going up the hill. But as much as you can gain time, you can lose a hell of a lot more time. So it really starts from here. Got to be very, very precise. Use the curbs as much as you can, but not too much. Obviously, it will fling onto the walls. Stay outside wide here, cutting early, which he has done, which is perfect. There you've got to tap this bit here, brake, get in second gear and just coast it through. Be careful on that bit there because it can, as you see there, kick your car out. We've done fairly well, Cowboy, to hold it there. Tight against the wall, brake early, second gear, coast it in and then accelerate out. And that's the only thing about this 911 is it's a very good handling car. And of course it's quite important with fuel in these particular races, but it's the straights which does kill this car, which is why it's very, very important if you are in the Porsche to try and get slip. If you got, you know, let's say the Aston or the Lamborghini, who are very, very fast in a straight line. But as you can see with these bits, this is where it does gain time on the other cars. But let's just see which lap time Cowboy here. He may have lost a little bit of time up the mountains with these with the car kicking out there, but I'm going to suspect it's probably going to be a 202. Let's see, so 201, there we go, 202, 202.2, so not too bad, but I know you could do a lot better. Let's go on board with Deck here, the alien that is Deck. Going to be a 201. Yeah, 201. Who else is on? Going forward with a man like Mikey. So yeah, the V12 Aston is it's an extremely fast car in the straights, but I believe, again, I wouldn't say I've been in this car quite a few times, but what I do know about it is it's quite a heavy car. So when it comes to these little bits here, you know, sort of the little twisty bits, particularly in the mountain, that's where it will lose time. But if you've got this car in your slip, you know, believe you me, it will probably take almost a second off you, particularly going down the back straight at Bathurst. So definitely keep an eye out for the V12 during the race. How's it going, Doug? Thanks for watching in, buddy. Hope you're well. Good luck with today's race, mate. Let's see. So Mr. J, give him some time here. Lovely sun and Vita. It is a shame, what I will say, that as people can tell, that this is on Gran Turismo Sport. I'm sure everyone would probably agree with me saying they wish this was on Gran Turismo 7, but you know, the servers are, how do I say it in a nice way, shocking at the moment. You know, in terms of people get kicked out of races, the lag, you know, if you made one mistake in trying to south a race, you've got to get out completely, go back in. So it's not ideal, but hopefully, you know, season 3 of the eDTM series, it will be on Gran Turismo 7. Hopefully that will come soon. We did a charity event for our brother Kazi not too long ago now. Again, we did it on Gran Turismo 7, and the race, when we tried to start the race, it kept kicking us out. So we'd basically done our own sort of way of starting the race. So hopefully, you know, within the next month or so, this may go on Gran Turismo 7, because I heard some rumours that GT Sport servers will be completely finished by the end of April. So if this season, I'm not too sure if this season goes past April, I'm pretty sure it might do. We may have to do some thinking in going to Gran Turismo 7, but enough about that. Let's go back to the race. So let's get on board with Jack here. Let's see how he's doing. So qualifying is going to be in about 15 minutes time. Practicing his pit entrance, which is very key around here, because if you overdo it, then believe you me, it'll probably ruin the race. So good little entrance there by Jack. Tiwu, another one of the Finnish drivers here, very fast guy, very consistent guy, definitely one to watch out for in this race as always. Like I said, Porsche is a very dominant car, particularly if a race does involve fuel and tyres and all that type of jazz, and if he does keep it consistent, then he will be, well, not trying to jinx it, but he should be at least in the top 3 in my opinion. It is a shame that there isn't more races at the moment. There's a few guys who wasn't able to make it today. Some people, I think the manufactured races is on today as well, on Gran Turismo 7, so I think there's a few other guys who are going to be doing that, and there's some of them that just generally can't make it due to work or family or other things they've got to start doing. But it should still be a competitive race. Hopefully I'll give you the best action I possibly can. And if you are new to watching this, feel free to like, subscribe, and again comment, even in the live stream, if you want to see something or you've got any questions, anything whatsoever, feel free to comment below. So let's go on a hot lap with Tibu here. Good exit. Finally got his personal best in section 1 for the time being. So now it goes up to the hill, which again for me is the make or break of a lap. Turning early, kiss the wall here, perfect. Go wide and cutting in. Got to kiss that curb, kiss that one, perfect again. Turning early, I turned that late there. There you go. So as I said, you can really make or break your lap when it comes to this uphill section. He done perfectly well there, but he just didn't turn left early enough, and if you don't, there's a huge risk of what happened there in going to the sand pit. So that right there is a perfect example of what I was trying to say earlier about making or breaking your lap up the hill. Let's go. So let's start on Mikey here. He's on the start of his lap. Let's see what he can do going down the hill. Let's see what his first sector was like. personal best. Get on the foot early, which he does. This one you've got to go wide and cutting really early. As soon as you're cutting on brake, down to second gear. You've done it pretty well in my opinion. A little bit wide there. Go wide and cutting, as you see those curbs. Just missed it, but that's not too bad. Turning early, which he does. Get on the throttle. Perfect. So we got another good second sector for Mikey there. Be careful around here. Get on the throttle early, which he does. Not too bad. Let's see how he does around here. Got a brake down to second gear, cutting as much as he can. Watch the walls. Get on the throttle. Yep, not too bad. This might be his fastest lap so far. You know, the easiest bit of the race, obviously going down this back straight. But you will see, you know, because of the speed you're going, you've got to be very careful with the braking markers. Oh, so we actually lost time there, quite surprising. I thought we would have been up there. So brake just about maybe the 120 mark. Cut in. You can cut this bit here. Not too bad of a lap from Mikey so far. Between the 50 and 100 metre boards. Throttle early, not too bad. Just kicks the grass there, knocked him sideways. So he's almost 4 tenths down this previous lap. Just shows you the competitiveness. So Deck has, so let's see, T-Will here, current on his PB. Going down, see, not too bad, not too bad at all. Let's see if we can nail this final corner, get between the 150 metre balls, cutting early, throttle early, which he does, perfect. This might be his best lap yet, let's see. Yes it is, and it's, if I'm not mistaken, he might be second or third. But I can't really tell because Mikey and Deck are on the pit. I know Mikey's got his, Deck is on his fastest lap of a 1:59.9, which is an outstanding lap, in my opinion. So let's get on board with Dougie here, aka Racer. So hello to all the viewers here so far. I do appreciate you all watching in to watch this event. The event should be racing in approximately about 5 minutes time, maybe a little bit earlier. I'll try, like I said, I'll try to give you the best action I possibly can. Oh, poor Dougie there, just kissed the wall. Let's go with T-Woo here. Again, I do appreciate if you guys do like the video. Just looking at my previous sort of YouTube stuff, and YouTube for GLR esports is definitely progressing to where it once was, and we're starting to get a bit more traction now, which is great to see. So if you are new or if you are an existing member, feel free to like, and hopefully we'll get more videos on Gran Turismo 7 in the coming weeks. We're back to T-Woo. See this final corners here. See if we can improve in his last. And he does. He improves by just over 2 tenths, which is a pretty good lap. So now he's in 2 minutes. But again, you can see the Deck, which is what I'm saying, when it comes to the Lamborghini and the Aston, with the two main straights coming down this Bathurst, it really is a kicker. But the interesting bit is, is it going to affect them fuel-wise? So they're going to have to save more fuel than the Porsche, which they're probably going to have to do, which makes you know, the race very interesting. Qualifying, you know, if the Aston and Mikey and the Lamborghini of Deck nail their laps, they should get in front of the Porsches, but you just never know. But I think the race is where it's going to be at, where a lot of interesting racing is going to happen. So stay in tune for that. Hopefully it should be a blockbuster of a race. Qualifying starting soon, so hope you guys are guys and girls are ready for this. I truly am. Looks like qualifying is starting. I do hope you all can hear me clearly. If you can, or let's say if you can't, just let me know and I'll sort it out. But I think all is well so far, which is good. So best of luck to all the guys. Best of luck to all of them. Nice and clean. What should we do? I'll tell you what, we'll go on Man Like Mikey. Why not? My main man from the Republic of Ireland, even though he's got a Great Britain flag. Don't ask me why this is. But let's go on board with him for a couple of the laps, and then I'll go through some of the other guys, because there's 10-minute qualifying, so theoretically it's about a 2-minute lap plus this lap here, so they should 2, 4, 6, 8, maybe 4 laps, 4 good laps, and they should get sorted out. See some of the guys are now waiting to whether we get a slipstream or something. And some of the rules, so if you guys don't know, within the race you have to use both sets of tyres. The 2 tyres to be used will be the racing softs and the racing mediums. So again, it's what you decide to do. You know, do you think it's a good idea to go on mediums or softs? We'll soon find out. But I would imagine most of the guys are probably starting on the softs. But we'll soon see. Jack is still in the pits because he's still in the mediums, so he should be starting the mediums there. So yeah, but keep an eye out for that one. So the 2 powerhouses of the V12 in. So Mikey's interested in Funniest Cowboy Go. Cowboys going off there. Don't think that was planned. Right. Let's see what Mikey could do on his first lap. Braking just between the 50-metre board and 100-metre board. Not bad of an exit. Here comes with the V12 screaming down the main straight. See what speed he hits when he hits the brake. He hits at 154 down in 3rd gear. Kiss the curves, accelerate out, not too bad. Brake in 2nd gear, get as close towards you can, which he does, not too bad at all again. You want to go out wide and cut in early to touch the curbs, which he does. The curbs here, which he does. Attack this as much as you can. Very clean by Mikey so far. Not too bad, not too bad. That wall touch didn't do anything in my opinion. Oh, Jack slowing down. This could maybe help Mikey briefly. He gets some slip here. I think Jack should just be aware that Mikey is of course on his hot lap, so he might be just getting out of the way here, which he does. Fair play to Jack there, but I'm sure Mikey did benefit there for a bit of slip, which could be the difference. Braking at maybe the 120 mark, attacking his last curves, has to really commit to those two corners there. He has to nail this bit between 150 metre ball, brakes, second gear, cuts in early, accelerates out. Mikey hits a 2-minute 1.4, not a bad lap at all. Deck currently with the fastest lap of a 2-minute 0.2. T-Woo is in the slip, so this is interesting, so let's keep an eye on this. So far T-Woo's done the 2-minute 2-minute 3.1, but now he's in the slip of Deck, so let's just stay on board with T-Woo here and see if being in Deck slip could actually be the difference in maybe him getting pole. But again, it's all down to him being clean. You can be in the slip as all you want, but if your corners ain't correct, you will not get it. But he has to be careful also because of dirty air as well. So let's see what happens. See that Lambo very fast, but very, very twitchy car. It's a very, very twitchy car. This is the difference here. See, for the twisty bits, the Porsche will always gain, in my opinion, on the Lambo. But it's down the straights here. This is where it can really benefit. You'll see the Lambo will pull away, but being the slip, it's actually a pretty good distance as well to get a good slingshot, which I think is what T was trying to do. But you probably would prefer to be a little bit further back. I think Deck just flashes lights here because Lewis gaining on him. Let's see if we can achieve it. Wasn't the cleanest of hills in terms of the sector 2, but definitely benefited getting that slip there. Not too bad. He went on the grass there, but let's see what he can do. So he's on a 2-minute 1.3, which has just pipped Mikey to P2 by just over 1/10. Let's see, who shall we go on here? See what Funniest Cowboy. So he got a 2-minute 1.1. He just pips to P2 from T-Woo. Mikey, so Racer, he's done the 2-minute 2.3. Let's see what he does in his first sort of couple of sectors, and then I'll flick it onto some of the J double. So he's done a 2-minute 3 as well. 2-minute 3.6. Jack LaMotta's a 2-minute 0.3. Let's go on Dougie here quickly. So Deck still currently P1 with a 2-minute dead 0.2. And the thing about this M6 is a very heavy boy, so you really have to commit with this car, and purely because of the weight it will lose time up this hill bit, but if you nail it, then that's where it does benefit, because it is again a fast car down the straights. So it's currently down racing. It's going to quickly go to some of the other guys. So Deck here obviously must have got a great slip by T-Woo. Let's just see if he does improve. I'd imagine, my guess is probably yes, being that slip down the straight. So we'll see. Can he get in the 159s? No, he can't. Oh, but he does improve his time though. Ah, Seal has just joined the room, so Seal has missed qualifying, but fair play to Seal for coming on board. So he's going to have 8 drivers now. Or would we? No, I don't think he would, unfortunately. But we'll soon see. But let's concentrate on this. So T-Woo here, getting this slip of deck. He's currently fastest lap in sector 1. This is where it's pivotal now. He has to make sure he has a great hill section, because he will have that nice slip going down the back straight of Bathurst. But let's see. How's it going, Rue? Thanks for joining in, buddy. Good to see ya. And that's the thing. See the Porsche look right behind. It's the dirty air. You know, you can. He's on his best, but that dirty air has definitely probably cost him a couple of attempts as well. And he needs to really stay in his slip, because I know Deck is probably gunning for it. Ah, Deck's bailed out. He's not stupid. Deck thought, no, screw that. You're gonna get my slip. Yeah, tactical message there from Deck. So I'll probably would have done the same thing, to be fair. But saying that, T-Will was still on his best lap, but so he's up by 3/6 of a tenth. If he nails his last two corners, well, just sort of these two corners there, going into the last corner, we need to attack this. Let's see if he can pick Mikey. He's currently on level to maybe get Mikey. Let's see. Accelerate. Ah, no, he stays P4. Mikey sees P3. Who's next? Jack LaMotta. He doesn't improve his time. He's currently P6. And so who is next? So the funniest Cowboy. The next one is J Double. See if he can improve his time. He's only 1/5 from old Jack in P6. Let's see what we can do. And he does. He just goes P5. So we've got Deck P1, Cowboy P2, Mikey P3, T-Woo P4, J Double P5, Racer in P6, and Jack in P7. Whew. So, not bad qualifying. And if you can see, I mean, top 3 are split by 7/10. And top 4 only by a second. But again, this is qualifying, so I did suspect the Lambo or the B12 to be in the top 3. And they were, but now it's all about the race, you know, where tyres and fuel is very important in this race. Probably said that a million times now. I'm going to probably repeat myself even more throughout the race, but I'll try to keep on top to see who has got a benefit in their fuel saving. Because that's the good thing as well about this series. It isn't just about the fastest car, and you know, there is a bit of technicality to it as well. You can't just gun for hoe and, you know, expect just to, you know, finish the race like that. You need to be very tactical with how much, you know, fuel you do use and the tyres and all that type of stuff. So it's not just about being the fastest driver. It's also about being the smartest driver as well. So it should be interesting. Guys who are watching, who do you think will win the race? Feel free to comment, to give me who you think is going to win, or maybe give me your top 3 in the order which you think is going to be, which would be interesting to see what some of your viewers do think. I won't say it because there's probably some of the guys racing who are listening to you right now, so I'll keep my opinions to myself so far. But I've got an idea who I think is going to be top 3. But good qualifying so far, to be fair. So there you go, there's the official there. So yeah, so now back to the race. So half an hour race. It is, I think it was, yeah, standing start. There's all the boys. Yes, let's see. Then P2 is going to go out. You guys bear with me. Bear with me. There we go. So, Deck in P1, Mikey P2, Cowboy P3, J Double and T-Woo together. Let's have a quick look here. A little snoop, see what happens. T-Woo's gone on the inside. J Double's gone wide. He's kissed it. He's now in P6 with Dougie right behind him. Let's have a quick snoop up here. Close battling already. Let's have a quick back. See how that turned out. Oh, Dougie, don't know, I swear didn't see what happened there. Probably spun out or something like that. Let's have a quick close to the battle here. So as you can see, the fuel is already partly gone. This is partly used. So these guys will be fuel saving. Let's have a quick look at Cowboy here. And Mikey. Coming in the slip of deck. Top 4 is again only split by a second, pretty much what it was in qualifying. Deck trying to get out the slip, but doesn't really make too much of a difference. But you know, the benefit again of being in the slip is you can save fuel. Where you know someone like Deck, you know, he's got no slipstream. He's gonna have to, you know, save your fuel by again maybe the shift earlier, but by shifting earlier you won't go as far. So at the moment Mikey is in a great position here, but don't take nothing for granted. Deck is a very, very fast driver. And I think Mikey knows this as well. He knows he can't make any mistakes by hitting that wall such as there. See, Deck's just tapped the wall, as you saw just there as well. Got Cowboy just behind Mikey. Very clean racing so far by the guys. Now is Mikey, so crucially Mikey is no longer in the slip of Deck. He doesn't have that benefit. But Cowboy, of course, as you can see, is in Mikey's slip. And we're probably going to go for the move. Yes he is. There. I don't think Mikey will fight this too much. No, good move there by Cowboy, very clean. You've got T-Woo here, so look at these three, Jesus Christ. Mikey's coming back, no he's not. Oh, pretty sandwich there. Finished sandwich there. So Deck currently with the fastest time with a 2-minute 2.3. Quick scroll back, Jack in P5, got J Double P6 and Dougie with the unfortunate incident earlier and currently in P7. So there's Deck in first place with those 3 behind him. There's Cowboy here. Look at that scenery as well. Beautiful Bathurst, it really is. Let's get Mikey here. Just pull so sketchy around those little corners there. Very important, he has to get a good exit for Mikey, which he does. He's in a slip, which is very important. Cowboy is out the slip of Deck. Deck has now got a second clearance between Cowboy, and T-Root looks like he's coming out of the slip as well, so he's just losing the slip. Mikey here, he's not going to make the move here. Oh, little tap there, but that's completely accidental. Fair play there. But with that incident, T-Root's now back in the game. See what happens here. Very clean, very clean, good to see. But due to that hesitation, he's now got the inside. Or has he? No, see, look, the power of that V12 and the slip has benefited Mikey there. Looks like it's just these four so far. Jack at the back. Of that pack. J double. And racing again. Deck is kind of 1-7 clear. See the move here by Mikey. On the inside, very nice move. And T-Root, look at these three. It's going to be like it's all race. How much you want to bet? Comes in the important section of the hill, down this little bit, got a brake, come right, off the throttle, guide it in, on the throttle. It looks easy, but trust me, it's not, particularly with your weight transfer of your car. Very important section here as well, get a good exit, which all three technically do, but Mikey is shaving off about a 10th there of Deck's time. Cowboy here again in the slip. Thing is, if I was Cowboy, just throwing out there, I would rather stay behind and work with Mikey, because at the moment Deck is lapping this up with them battling there. I would have stayed behind in that straight and then get him on this first straight coming up here, because otherwise Deck is just going to keep pulling away. See if Mikey gets it back here. So this, for me, unless I was trying to win the race, I would not overtake in that back straight and come here and do the overtaking here, which Mikey looks to potentially do again. But he might just wait. Yeah, fair play, a bit too tight there. So I mean, so critical. Going the slight area there, touching that wall, that's what I mean. It is literally make or break. Good exit here by both of them. Well, Mikey gets a good one here. So this is the difference. So Mikey's now obviously a lot closer. So I would then go for the move. But if you're coming to near the end of this straight, and there's a chance of it, I personally wouldn't unless it's the last lap. Because you can then get him on the back straight. But in this instance, it'd be silly not to overtake, because you won't lose time. See T-Root making a move here. No, this is farther this time. Mikey there with the fastest lap of the race with pretty much of a 2 minute point 2. So this is the difference, you see. Mikey is 1.5 behind Deck. Cowboy is in a slip, but you can see the power of that V12 Aston. And T-Woo is just being very so, just watching. I guess you say, watch out for this guy. He's a tactician, believe in me. And if you can see, look at the difference in fuel. So Mikey's used a lot more than Cowboy, and T-Woo is pretty much the same, but does have slightly worse tyres, believe it or not. Yeah, that's quite surprising. And Deck is, as expected, burning a lot more fuel because you've got no slip. So, but as you can see, I didn't notice that he's on the medium tyres. So Deck is on the medium tyres, which is a huge difference there. And these guys are on the soft. So you know, Deck has got a huge advantage, not just being in the lead, but as I've just noticed there, he is on the medium tyre compound. Mikey needs a good exit here, and if he could, possibly get in Deck's slip. But I think it is probably pit time. So yeah, so Cowboy is just out of the slip now, which is important for Mikey. Mikey's out of the slip with Deck, but I think it is pit time for these guys. Okay, so the Finns have stayed out for an extra lap, which I'm not surprised about, because as I did say, the Porsches are better at fuel compared to the likes of the V10 and the V12. So we're just going to keep on board with T-Woo here, and just follow it through. And let's see if, when they're coming out of the pits, if they are closer or even take the lead from Deck. But I'll just keep quiet for the time being. Let's just, you guys just enjoy this lap here. T-Woo going to overtake is smart. Yeah, I would, because it's position. And both of them are relatively the same fuel as well, so both done pretty well in maximising the speed with the fuel consumption. Right, so they're in the pits, so let's take an eye. So Mikey has overtaken Deck currently, which I did miss, so I do apologise for that. But obviously what's now important is, are these two going to overtake the two Finns? Let's see. So let's get on board with Deck here. As you can see, Mikey is mediums with less fuel, and Deck is on softs with more fuel. So let's see what happens. So the Finns are still in the pits. Mikey and Deck are coming down the start finish line, and the Finns have taken the lead. So Cowboy is P1, T-Woo is in P2. As you can see, for Cowboy's taking less fuel than T-Woo, and Mikey is currently in P3, and deck is in P4. So it's literally tables are turned completely. They weren't expecting that, which again shows why this race is going to be very, very interesting in the next sort of 2 or 3 laps. So let's see what goes down here. Just going to stay on board with deck here and see what happens. It's putting a lot of pressure on Mikey. Oh, mistake there from deck again with that dirty air. He's now lost a considerable amount of time. This shows you the dirty air of those hill bits can really, really destroy your race. But he hasn't done too bad there, considering it was quite a big hit there. Only 1-5 down on Mikey. Let's go on board with Mikey. So Mikey's currently 3 seconds behind T-Woo and 4.5 seconds behind Cowboy, who's in P1. So that's this straight there. And just quickly, whilst they're going down the straight, so Jack is in P5, J Double is in P6, and Racer is still obviously in P7. So back to the lead. Just on the grass there. So there is just 12 minutes and sort of 36 seconds left in the race. Again, I can't call it, to be honest with you. I did say that these 4 are going to be relatively close. These Finns are, as I said, they know what they're doing, because I do know that these 2 boys, they do practice a hell of a lot. They're in numerous leagues, they're always in lobbies when I see them online, so they know what they're doing. They've got a game plan and they do stick to it. It's just if this game plan can work out when you've got 2 big powerhouses, these cars, boring down you. So I'm going to predict maybe the next 3 to 4 laps a difference, because again, what we've got to realise, again, deck here is on more fuel, so he does have to worry about, in my opinion, for fuel saving, but he does have the softer compound. But will those tyres last in the last couple of watts when medium should be a bit more grippy? It's an interesting situation to be in, really. But I think Deck is probably frustrated by making that mistake, because he should theoretically be past Mikey by this stage and being on T-Woo's backside, but he's not. So all to play for so far. It really is all to play for. Using the slip of Cowboy, but Deck, which is the sword there, he's just gone wide, so it looks like Deck is struggling at the moment. I don't know why, but very interesting. He's at the slip, he's not near Mike at this moment in time, but T-Woo, he's going to stay on board with these 2 fellas here for the time being. Let's see how they are like getting up the hill. On the knife's edge so far. All it takes is just like one mistake, and so far both of them, like commentator's curse, are driving beautifully so far. slip, which he just about does. That was very important there. Very, very important, because he could then potentially now make the move coming at the bottom of this hill. Let's see. Is he going to make the move? No, he's backing off. As predicted, I think, as I said earlier in the race, don't make the move there because it will cost both you time. So I think he's going to stick behind him and then go down the main straight. And they're catching there, but he has to get this corner and the next corner correct for him to make that move, which he does. Very good move there. So he's putting the pressure on Cowboy there. Cowboy makes a slight error there. Again, 2 has to nail this corner to get a run on him, which he does, but he doesn't get much of a slingshot as he probably would have hoped. So now it's going to be very tight. You probably will get him here, but I think he would have preferred to get more of a slip help there to use obviously less fuel. And whilst he's doing that, you can see just in the background, Mikey's just creeping up there along with Deck. So as I said, give another couple more laps and it could be another 3 to 4 way battle here for the lead. But these two don't want to battle too much, because as you know, the more you battle, the more time you lose. Creeping up ever so slightly now. There's probably 3.5, 4 laps left in this race, I'd imagine. Good exit here. Again he does, but yeah, here come the big boys. Here come, I say the big boys, what I mean by the big boys, I mean by you know, the engines of these cars. But let's go back on Cowboy here and see if he makes the move, or does he wait like TV did. Let's see. Or is he more aggressive? No, he's going to be waiting. Which is probably a smart thing to do, because you don't want to, at this moment in time, you don't want to waste time, because we've got 2 races behind them. Because the difference on the straight between these 2 cars is literally night and day. Let's just go on deck for the time being. Let's just get a view from his standpoint. So there's probably about 3 laps left, I'd imagine. 3 laps left. Maybe 4. That's the key thing here. Maybe 4. So there's either 3 or 4 laps left. Again, what's important for these 2, which is exactly the same, not to battle. They should work with each other for another lap or so, because the more they battle, they're just going to lose time with the leaders as well. So they have to be smart here, and Deck can't afford to make more mistakes where he's hitting that wall. So I think if I was him, just back off a little bit here. You don't want to get too close, because they will gain in the back straight. It's very tempting, but especially on that hill, don't get too close, because the dirty air will just knock you into a wall. They'll have the speed coming down here, which you'll see right this second. So they probably took off 2 tenths just in that bit up section here. So Deck is 1.9 seconds behind the leader. Look at that time going down, now 1.8. Deck will be smart. Let's see what he does here. There you go, working with Mikey. It's the best thing to do. Best thing to do, because you battle, you can probably kiss goodbye the lead. So he's probably going to do this unless he gets a really good stretch coming down this straight here. So Mikey just made a slight error there. That's the difference. So the mediums are obviously less worn than the softs, but the softs probably still have a bit more grip at this stage. So the difference now is again 1.8 for the leaders. In terms of fuel, I can't call it. I cannot call it. So 4 minutes and 20 seconds left in the race. Oh, these two are close again. Oh no! I don't know what happened there with Cowboy. Oh, that is such hard luck. I have to watch the replay because I saw him spinning, but I don't know why he spun. He might have tapped something. I'm not too sure. That's very hard luck on Cowboy there. But now these three are basically, you know, got top three now, I would imagine. And you don't know they'll be fighting for the lead. So Mikey just a bit deep there. Oh, he's just gone a bit deep. Oh, and T-Woo's making an error. He's also made an error. So Deck has now taken the lead. Mikey made an error. He lost his position with Deck, but T-Woo again, need to see what happened there. He might have just lost his back end. I will watch the replay after the race, so don't worry, but that is hard luck with a hard effort, but the things are now done, which I just said earlier. The hill of this race track is pivotal to have a good race or a bad race. But don't get me wrong, the race is not over at all. It's still game on. There's nothing guaranteed. So Mikey is now probably having to save a hell of a lot more fuel now compared to the others. He said Deck won't have to worry about fuel, but his tyres will be a hell of a lot more warm than the others. So T-Woo is coming back. Again, will have fresher tyres. He pitted a lap later than these guys. He won't have to worry about fuel save at this stage of the race. Mikey does, as you can probably see there. Deck doesn't, and Cowboy, yes, he is far back, but let's not forget, you know, there is fuel, which is to be decided to see who finishes where. Yeah. Mikey is having to save a lot of fuel. Oh no. It really is. He will have to probably do another lap. So he's probably under-fueled. Burn down on him. And Cowboy is just coming here as well. So let's see how this one plays out. So currently in the penultimate lap. Now in the final lap, Deck is in P1, 2.4 seconds in front of Mikey. Mikey is in P2, but I believe he's now just about to run out of fuel, which he has. Mikey has run out of fuel, so that's going to probably, most likely, finish in last place, which is hard luck. Cowboy is now just gone past Mikey, now taking him in P3. J Double is now going to take Mike again, he's going to take P5, but then there's Jack, so I will try and keep an eye on these two. And then there's Racer, who has just finished the race, so he will be finishing P7, which is hard luck really, because he would have taken Mikey for P6. And there's Mikey there, which is hard luck. So let's just quickly see. So lead of the race, 4 seconds in front of T-Woo, Deck. Again, there's one a faultless race apart from a slight little mistake which kind of cost him a bit of time on Mikey. But has been fantastic so far, he really has. And now he's going down the main straight. There he goes. And we've got T-Woo. He's not too far behind Deck in P2. Cowboy, same section in P3. J double, P5, and Mikey. But here is the man who does look like he's going to be the winner of today's race. Deck. Congratulations, Deck. Good win there, buddy. Well done, mate. T-Woo in P2. Cowboy in the last corner. Taking P3. We're done there, buddy. J double. In the last lap, finishing P4. Good result there, Jay. And then Jack pulled his back end out, finishing in P5. And Mikey and Mikey in P6. Which is kind of silly how this game works, because technically it should be Racer in P6, but that's GT Sport for you. Well done, everyone. Great race. Hope you guys did enjoy it. If you did enjoy the race, feel free to like. Again, subscribe to this channel as well, as more events will be taking place, and definitely more, obviously, Gran Turismo 7 content. After this race, I will be viewing the replays as well, or just a few of the incidents, just for you guys to see what exactly happened. But if you did like this, give it a like, and I'll see you in the next race. But yeah, so good result there from Deck. Good racing actually altogether, to be fair. It is quite entertaining to watch, and even just to commentate. No problem, Doug. I will look at the situation with you, mate. And it was my pleasure to commentate, mate. Not a problem whatsoever. So there is the final results. And there we are. So just going to save the replay. There we go. So that was a clean race. Congrats, that was a phenomenal race, as you do. Too bad was Sil there, who couldn't make the race. He did obviously make the event, but just a little bit too late for qualifying, which is a shame. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to let's have a butcher's at the replay. I should have got coffee, haven't I? Just make sure I save it. There you go, it would have been saved. Right, let's get at this. Okay. Just waiting for this to load up. Let's start with Racer here. Let's see what happens. not too bad of a start. Doug generally takes it easy in the first couple of corners, but if you remember, I think J Double just mistimed his braking here, and it was went late, touched the wall, and then Doug coming through, going on the outside. There you go. So again, the physics in this game, well, Jesus, what are horrendous. So I'm just going to see this once more. So I'm going to pause it there, and that's probably the best view here. So there you go. He's touched it there, and then touched it there, and it spun him out, which is quite unfortunate, really. Very unfortunate. Let's go watch that one more time. In full speed. So again, he did run wide. He's tapped there, and then tapped there, and then physics just completely spun him out, which is, well, in my opinion, quite shit, really. So yeah, sorry about that, Doug. That would have pissed me off, mate. So sorry about that. What was the next one? I think the first one was Cowboy, wasn't it? Let's see Cowboy's situation. Bear with me while I get there. Cowboy TV. It was Cowboy, wasn't it? Yeah. There you go. Same thing. Carbon copy. Exactly the same with what happened to Doug. So the physics in GT Sport are, again, I'm gonna push your foot around, are shit. So yes, he's gone wide. So exactly the same thing what Doug's done. So he's tapped that wall there. Alright, so he's tapped that wall. And this happens. It doesn't make any sense. You know, I'm literally scratching my head as I'm talking about that. So I think that, I don't know. Just very unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate. And then the next one was, I think just after that, was T-Wheel. So let's say, I think it was that little twisty right-left section where I think his back end might have gone out. I could be wrong, but let's see what happened here. It was basically costing the lead of the race. So here's the twisty section bit. There you go, back end gone out, exactly as I predicted. Just unfortunate, it really, really is. So he's gone in a bit too harsh there. You see already, his back end is going out, as you can see. And he's trying to correct it by a harsh left, which is, unfortunately, you look at his back end, it's gone out already, lost it. It's just unfortunate, very, very unlucky there. And yeah, that is pretty much it, to be fair. So what's your move on Mikey? Which one was that deck? Let me know what move you're on about. Let's see, they said this there, so let's see. Alright, let's watch it here then. Let's see Deck's move to take the lead of the race. So coming up here, I think this is why I was watching it live actually. And I've just come on board and then boom, there goes Cowboy. And I bet Mike at this moment in time is actually caking his pants with Deck on his arsehole like this. So he's coming through. Being patient. Watch out for that dirty air. So Mikey's gone a little bit deep there. He's touched that guy. See that this unsettled the car ever so slightly, which makes him pushed him wide. And to be fair, Mikey's done fucking well there not to. So then he's tapped that, which I knew. He thought, you know what, it's probably not worth it, and he left it there. So fair play to Mikey, and then boom. So Deck, you lucky sods, he literally gained the lead on a couple of errors, but absolute fair play to you, mate. And then back to Mikey. I mean, at the end, yeah, I mean, sorry to lose you, bud, but yeah. That's the second time that you've run out of petrol. Or should I say fuel. But nah, all in all, let's see, can't even get up the hill no more. Gutted. And on that last note, like I said, I'm gonna end the race here, guys. I'm gonna say it one more time. If you enjoyed it, like the race, like the video, feel free to subscribe to the channel. More content will be done on this on GT Sport through the course of the season, but more content will be obviously based on Gran Turismo 7. But until next time, I shall see you soon, and I'll catch you guys on the Discord. Bye for now.